What we really love too is if you could intro us.
Yeah. Oh,
That'd be
tonight?
awesome. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I'll do it. All right, so we're back. You just heard "Holding On" from Fear of None off of the Homeward Bound CD, which is one of their older tracks. They're gonna go on soon in Hot Topic, and so so in a little bit we're gonna say later and let them do their thing. But
Later.
in the meantime, yeah, of course you miss me making fun of you and you're leaving.
Sorry.
But so we're pretty much here with Paul right now because everyone else is getting ready. Paul, tell me, what are you expecting tonight? You expecting new fans? You're expecting old fans?
Tonight is basically what we're looking for since we're hitting more of a mall crowd. It's definitely the new fans. So we've been flying hard for this event. We were in Newsday already twice promoting the event.
Awesome.
We got a good relationship with Kevin Amorim over there at Newsday. He's a great guy. He also happens to love metal, which is awesome. So he's definitely hooked us up with some really good publicity. So we're definitely trying for the younger crowd, trying to make some new fans. From here, basically, we're starting like a tri-state tour from this point on.
Okay.
It's starting at Arlene's Grocery on November 8th.
Love that place.
Yeah.
Love that place.
Yeah, and then from there we're going to the Cherrywood in Jersey, and then from there we're going to Connecticut, and from there to Rhode Island. We're going to be touring with a band called Crystalics out of Queens. We've made very good friends with them. The guy actually stepped up, and during the Warped Tour show, actually Maddie couldn't make it, so the guy Nick from Crystalics actually jumped in for just that one show and helped us out. Since then we've become really good friends, and we've decided to tour together, so it's going to be fun.
What would happen if I just decided I want to play Crystalics on this show?
I think that'd be a great match. Those guys are killer. Their new CD is dropping, I think, the second week of November. Their actual CD release show is actually, I think, November 7th, actually, at Trax.
So by the time you hear the show, that band will probably be a part of this. So definitely check that out in a little bit because Radio J makes things happen. But now, if earlier you're saying if things go well tonight's show, Hot Topic is going to.
They're going to be carrying our merchandise everywhere from Virginia all the way up to Vermont, I believe. And we're going to be starting to do a mini Hot Topic tour, which is going to take us through at least the local tri-state Hot Topics. So they're going to be promoting our stuff. They're going to be selling our stuff in the stores. So, we're hoping we have a good day of sales here.
Well, now, what made you guys choose Hot Topic? Was it the connection at Newsday? Was it the fact that they have been very open to helping local bands? I mean, out of all the promotions you guys could go through, what made you say, all right, we're going to do Hot Topic to start things off?
I think it made the most sense because, when it comes to the type of audience we're trying to hit and the place that would be a great place for us to sell our music, and it sells the type of music that we play, on a daily basis. The people in there are real cool. We've had nothing but great things to say from the management all the way down. They've been very helpful with helping us promote the show, with getting involved, with getting people down. So, we like Hot Topic, what they represent as a corporation, and we'd love to be part of their family.
Very cool. In a little bit, we're going to see Fear of None perform a few tracks off of their new CD. But let me just ask you quickly, Larry. I'm curious. Where have you and I'm also going to ask you where you guys are going to be playing. But out of all the places you've played outside of New York or around New York, where do you love to play? And do you have any cool stories? Anything weird that has happened while you guys have been on the road?
Well, I have to say the most exciting was actually our very first city show that Maddie helped us out with, was at Arlene's Grocery. It was like one of those competitions. I think it was Emergenza. That's who usually does it out there.
Right. Just have a conversation with someone.
Yeah. What else? One of the cooler ones I remember is Comac. It was what was that one off of Comac? McCoy's. It's not McCoy's anymore, but that was when they had converted it and they made it a bigger stage and it went wider with it. We did a show there. It was the lining of the planets. We had such a shitload of people that were packed in there, and it was very exciting. That was another exciting time that sticks in my head.
Do you miss? Do you think it's kind of? I don't know. Do you think it kind of not a bad thing, but what do you think that? How do you feel that there are all these great clubs and that you've played a few of them and now some of them are going away, but that may open the door to new clubs, but that may mean less clubs around here. Even the city, some clubs that we've loved are going away.
I think just from what I've heard of people talking about it, talking to other bands, I think since the drop of CBGBs, everything's just been exponentially dropping, you know, in the negative. So it's but as for Long Island, the bands, the bars that play the bands, you know, they'll change hands, they'll turn it into a club, then eventually somebody will, you know, they'll sell, someone else will buy, and then they'll turn it. There's always going to be a place to play in Long Island. There really always is. I mean, if you're in somebody's barbecue backyard, you know, it doesn't matter. You have yourself a pole stock in his backyard.
See?
It doesn't matter. You know, it's really just about, you know, enjoying and playing the music and, you know, making music you've never heard before. You know, yeah, you have the influences from everybody you grew up with. Like for me, it's like Tool, Seven Dust, even, you know, just a huge plethora of bands and sounds that you know I was influenced by, and it's just I enjoy making music that I've never heard before, and not that we're full of ourselves. I mean, like the only reason you hear original bands is because they want to bite into that dream of making it, but they also want, you know, they want to make that music, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's important. I mean, if it's something you're really into, you just go for it, man.
You still have guys doing it. You still have guys on the line. I run into constant, you know, guys, older guys that, you know, like, oh yeah, I had a band, we did original stuff, and, you know, it never panned out. But you know what, guys who play, they never stop. Even from when you're staying at home writing stuff, you will never stop.
Not if it's in the blood. Not if it's something you feel that you know you want to get.
And it can bite anyone at any time. But once you like sink into it, you're never going to stop.
I agree with that. Any final words before you get on that stage tonight?
I'm ready to kill it. We're ready to play it hard and loud, the only way we really know how. And you know, we're hoping for the best, and we carried and picked up by Hot Topic, and only the best things to be happening, man. We can't wait.
Awesome. So how do we end this? What song will bring it to a triumphant fall?
The closing, you mean? The closing
Yeah, closer.
song?
We definitely should go for Strive.
Yeah, Strive. Close it with Strive.
All right, cool. Check out Strive right now. Radio J, Radio for the Scene on RadioJShow.com. Thanks a lot for being a part of this tonight.
Thanks to the Radio J Show for having us, man. We really appreciate it. You've been there with the entire scene from day one. You've never left us by our lonesome. You've been there through every low and every high, man. And
every new band member.
Yeah, seriously. Every Spinal Tap's drummer situation we've been in since then.
5 years later.
Yep.
With that said, man, later. And give me a quick. This is Paul and Larry from Fear of None. You're listening to Radio J, Radio for the Scene.
This is Paul and Larry from Fear of None. You're listening to Radio J for Radio for the Scene.
Get rid of that.
This is